Welcome to the treasure room.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Prepare for vault door opening.
Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Kismet. I shall be your host tonight of Vault 45, where we're going to be playing some games, everybody. Look at all these awesome games behind me here. Now, we're actually going to be playing some Skull and Bones, and later this one here, Fallout 4, but the next-gen version of it. So we got a double header tonight, everybody, so settle in. It's going to be a good time. Now, of course, put a 1 in the chat if you can't see it, hear me, right over there. I see him in there. Very nice, very nice. Of course, again, we're going to start with some Skull and Bones, and then later on, we're going to switch over to some Fallout 4 next gen. We've been doing the Dark Wanderer run. Very, very fun. Super addicting. As well. Sadly, you know, I try to shoot for the stars or try to shoot for the moon, everybody. But you know, if you miss the moon, at least you get the stars, right? As they say. My schedule is like more of a guideline than anything else. I try to you know, push myself as much as I can, but then if I push myself too far, then I won't be streaming for days in a row. So I'd go, okay, hold on, nope, we're gonna rest, we're gonna come back, we're gonna have some fun. Because I try to bring all my energy, all my positivity and love here in the stream every single time. So if I don't think I can bring it, then I just rest. Then I come back, do it again, like I'm doing now. So yes, we're going to get back to some Fallout 76, hopefully tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, after that, we're going to do some Planet Crafter. Then we're going to rest up, come back, do it all over again, some more Skull and Bones, and some more Fallout 4. So very ambitious schedule this week. I got a bunch more cool stuff coming up as well. Just very, very excited to dive right in. Speaking of diving right in, let's dive right in and say hello to everybody in the chat. I see the first person is like 15 minutes early there, Paul. Very, very awesome. 1,000 kids cats for the whole chat. For the first person I see in the chat today. I appreciate you coming in. Whatnot. I'm still setting it up about that time. Actually, I set up early this time, but normally I'm about setting it up about then. Let's see. Blue Crotos coming in and said, evening. What up, Blue Crotos? Now, again, if you want to join me for some Skull and Bones, feel free to jump on in. Jump on the Discord. I'm over there with the Tycoons in the Tycoons area. So I'm going to try to get in. We're going to work on our pieces of 8. I was really kind of working on it a little bit offline to get an idea of how to keep that steady flow of silver And thanks to TM, kind of letting me know how to do it. I was just kind of testing it out, and I kind of figured it out. So we'll do a little bit of that as well today. And then if my crew comes on, we'll go ahead and get together and maybe do some sieges of some forts so we can get even more resources and so on. So I feel like that's the thing to do, is definitely to go and siege those different locations that you have quests for, so that you're getting a lot of each of those things, right? A lot of each of those resources to convert. Very, very useful, I think. What's up, Foggy? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate you. And then, of course, Rotisserie G. What up, G? Thanks for coming out and hanging out in the stream. Hello, hello. I love my little animated wave. Turned out so good. Paul and Foggy bringing those ones in. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all hanging out. Rotisserie G going, yes, give me the thumbs up. Evening Prophet, how you doing? Thanks for coming in and hanging out in the stream. I'm one of those things, everybody. I'm just pushing myself to the absolute limit, both in real life and in here on the stream. I've been doing much longer streams. We've been doing more here on stream, and even more coming up. I've been working very hard behind the scenes. Tons of stuff coming down your guys' way. So be watching for that on YouTube. Be watching for that here on Twitch, and of course over on Patreon. All my patrons over there do a lot of cool stuff, everybody. I just want to try to get it done. I'm just kind of grinding away on trying to get it done so I can roll that stuff out. And then, of course, giveaways and all sorts of other awesome things coming down there along. You're awesome. No, you're awesome, Polly. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate you saying that in the chat. I always appreciate kind words in the chat. So I say we get into it, everybody. Time for some Skull and Bones. Let's go. All right, let's dive right in. Let's get into it. We're going to get into some sailing. Now, the thing I love the most about this game is the sailing, everybody. The sailing is really, really good. Absolutely love it. Reminds me of Sid Meier's Pirates way back in the day. And then also reminds me of another game called Taipan, which is one of my favorite games of all time, where you go from different cities and you trade. And then, of course, you also got to fight off all the bad guys that attack you with their ships. This is old school, everybody. This is like from the 80s, that game is. And it's really still a great game to this day. I still enjoy it. All right, let's get into it here. Right over here, my fan club. Yeah, go Kismet, go. Yep. I don't think I have enough to do the Smugglers Network. Actually, let's check in. Speaking of Smugglers Network, let's go see how our Smugglers Pass is doing. I think I'm getting pretty close. Yes, I'm 6 away. Right over here, you can see I'm 24 of 30. So I'm 6 away. Do I have one? Yes, actually, I'm 5 away because I have one up there. So we can go ahead and claim one of those. We're going to go down to the Shipmaster here and then just unlock this first tile here. The cool thing is you can just build these up, by the way. I could just build up 5 more of these and I'd be good. What happened there? Weird. It didn't register it. Yeah, there it goes. It didn't quite register it. There we go. Now it went to 25. It just was still at 24. Awkward. Okay, now I almost got to my little Skelly Welly bundle, which is this cute little guy. Look at him, he's so cute. So we got to get that, and we're gonna get, what are we gonna get? The previous dude. Okay, and then now some pieces of 8, a whole bunch of premium currency there, and then the sale color Sun and Slate. So that's our goal, to get 5 more of those in the next 19 days, because time is running down, everybody. We got some smuggler points over here. Earn smuggler points by gaining infamy or completing challenges. Now, I've been complete slacker on my challenges and whatnot. Complete 3 contracts for William Blackwood. Complete 6 merchant convoy events. Complete 9 plunders. Earn 6,000 pieces of 8. Well, that one I'm going to get. That one I'm going to get, because I'm about to show you something, everybody. Again, offline, I've been off stream. I've been trying to figure out how to do the whole smuggler system. And see, this is what's known as your helm. So what I did was I queued this up for an incredibly long time. And this has been running for a very long time. You see I've got 2,000 pieces of 8 right there. And I can fund the factory, except for I'm going to have to make some cash because I need 64,000 silver. And I'll show you how I was figuring that out. Then this is 523. This is 502. 1,800, 1,800. So that's a good amount. So I kind of funded those at max. Now, also you might notice that I got this one at 10, this one at 10, that one at 10, and this one at 10. So I got them all at 10 so I can fund them at the maximum degree. But each of those is like 60,000 to fund all of those. So it definitely takes a lot. Now, what I should have done was just focused on the ones that I had. And you can see that I have these, which is actually giving me a boost to my pieces of 8. So I should have just worked on these until these were 10. I'm going to work on that next season, everybody. Next season, I'm going to get just the ones that I need here and focus on those. And I feel like that's always my favorite thing to do right at the very beginning is to come in and do that. We're going to go in and talk to this dude over here. Now, I got to get pest control here, but I don't think I have enough of these. Oh, there we go. Let's accept that one. Blah, 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 blah. He says the same thing every single time. Hold the track. Let's track that. And let's see how many of these I've got. I've got 0. Okay, so I got to take on a few plague bearers to take care of that. That's good. We'll put that on the list of things. Blah, 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 blah. All right, stop talking to that guy. Stop talking to that guy. All right, and we're going to go ahead first, and we're going to repair our ship. That's going to be a good idea. And we're going to manage our cargo, see if there's anything in here. Bombard, we don't need those. Low-level repair kits, no, we don't need those. We don't need that. Grilled beef. All right, now I've got this one here called Screw Pine. Now, I've got a ton of these, so I'm just using those for restoring my stamina. And then I have this one here. I just call it Godrow for short. It's like Godrow. But what it does is it boosts overall your trimming of your sails, your repair kits, and your stamina regen. These are always good just to have these on all the time. And I like backlog a bunch of them, and then I just take them out and use them as I need them. Because you can't really sell them. You can only sell like commodities and things of that nature. And then, of course, base resources. And I also have multiple ships. Now, the thing I need to do today is I need to get that ship today. Hold on. Let's go. Let's jump over. Or actually, we just run there. Let's run over to the lady and see if we can figure out how much that ship is. Now, I want to get it before the end of the season in case, something goes horribly wrong. And I haven't really got all of these in here yet, but right here, we want to get that ship that we haven't got yet. Now, we finished the main story, and by finishing the main story, we have the new ship available. So we're going to go, and we're going to tell it to tell us just the blueprints. There we go. And there's a lot of them in here that I don't have. You don't really need all of them, but I'm the type of guy who want all of them. Yes, there it is right there. So we need 5,000. Let me move myself over. Right here, we need 5,000 to get this other ship. This is the only ship that I don't have. It's called the Sambuc. And we're going to need all these resources eventually to make it happen. But what I need is I need 5,000 pieces of 8. So I'm about to go get 5,000 pieces of 8. And really, this is the only thing that I want out of this thing, just in case it's not there next season, which I would think it would because it's part of the main storyline. But let's not risk it, all right? Let's not risk it just in case. So we're going to try to get that Sambuc out of there. And that will complete our entire ship collection. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is go over here and figure out what ship we want to do. We can change ship. Which one do I have right now? I don't want the brigantine right here. So I'm going to move all cargo to my new ship. There we go. And then the brigantine here is the fastest of the ships. It goes very, very fast. And you can see by speed that it's the fastest of all of them. Except for it really suffers in the wind. And I actually find that most of the time the snow is just as fast as this one because when it goes against the wind, it doesn't lose speed. It just keeps going at the same speed. But let's go ahead and set sail. And we're going to go ahead and sail over there. We'll turn our sounds on and get it going right over here. Again, if you want to come join me, feel free to jump on in and get it going. And I'm going to do this real quick, and then we'll get into some mischief later on. I suggest to get some quests that are for the different ports. That's what I would do. I was over here one time, I was doing it off stream, and I was coming over here with my ship to try to get the thing, and somebody else came out of nowhere and bumped me. This random person, and I hit one of these ships, and I just annihilated the ship because I just came at it full speed. I didn't mean to, and then I aggroed the whole entire area while I was trying to run and get my pieces of 8. So what these are manufactories. They're factories. They're factories that you can go in and take over either in battle or out of battle. I feel like my game sounds are a little loud. Turn that down just a little bit, or maybe my thing's a little loud. Turn it up just a little bit. All right. So the second I pick up those pieces of 8, what happens is a whole bunch of peeps are going to try to attack me and take them away from me. So your goal is to go grab them and get them back to your primary base as quick as possible. So I went and grabbed those, and now I'm going to grab these over here. And my job in this ship is just to kind of outrun them, which is what I love to do. And now you can see that little trumpet. That little trumpet thing means that particular ship is aggro on me. So I'm going to run over here and grab my loot. Now the trick is to grab your loot and then put yourself in the right direction for going where you need to go. And see, this ship goes really, really fast. So you can outrun the enemy if you have a tailwind. If you don't have a tailwind, you're in trouble. And then here we go, interact. And then get that. And then I'm going to roll this way. And then full speed ahead. And off I go. Now, way off in the distance, that guy's way over there. And he can't find me because I'm already gone, everybody. I'm already out of there. So I just try to do it as fast as possible so I can get it going. And then move on to the next thing. And so now I'm sailing the other thing. I love when the water comes onto the deck. It's just so awesome. Depending on whether you're trimming the sails, which is a lot of hard work for your peeps. You see they're holding onto the sails to maximize the sails. That's what this little green bar is. That's how tired your crew is. So you just keep feeding your crew, and if you got water, you can do that as well. Now you see there's some loot just sitting around there, rusty nails and stuff like that. I always grab that stuff. Because it's like free loot in the water. I love free loot. Free loot is awesome. Now, same thing here. I'm going to come in a bit steep like this. And then I'm going to turn out so that I'm facing away in the water. And I'm going to slow down just a little bit so I can turn out and then get this one as well. There we go. And then now I'm already facing in the opposite direction, which I want to go this way, and then full speed. And then I have a thing that boosts my ship up to max speed because I have maximum stamina. So I try to keep my stamina up. I'm always pressing number 2, which is my people eating, keeping that green bar up. So if that bar runs out, well, then your peeps can't do trimming, so you're going to actually be going a lot slower. Now, it's really easy to get food, everybody. It's everywhere in this game, especially when you're pirating or you're taking over different locations. You're going to get tons and tons of it. So I just use whatever I've got in the moment and just use it up as well. And then here, we're going to try to go right past here because we're going to keep going to the next area. And there we go. And then I grab that one, and then I'm just kind of going in a cycle here, grabbing these. Now, actually, I didn't set this one to go. I just went to here because we're almost to the end of the season. So now what I want to do is just keep funding it and get as many pieces of 8 as I can because I spent tens of thousands of pieces of 8 just building up my various factories. And now I need to get that return on my investment over the last 19 days. So now's not a time to get more of them or to upgrade anymore. It's basically to let it run and to build up as much pieces of 8 as I can to get that return on my investment. Again, I won't level any of them up anymore. Now I'm just going to try to get that Sambuc, which is the #1 thing I want to do. Then get a bunch of silver and then invest that silver into building those up. Big time. And again, you can see that the peeps that normally are fighting me, I left them in the dust with this particular ship. And then we're going to take the Pirate's Escape here in a second. That's what I call it anyway. And then we roll up here, interact, grab our last bit of pieces of 8. And then time for the Pirate's Escape. Now the Pirate's Escape is right here by the Bloody's channel, so I kind of put my marker on that. And then I make a break for it. Now, sometimes when I'm making a break for it, what happens is someone will come in and try to attack me on the way through. But as long as I can get there before they get to me and kill me, I'm good. And I also have a lot of repair kits. I have a lot of cannons. I can blast them if I want to. But most of the time, I don't bother. I just go for it, and I see we're hitting a headwind. See how my speed is going way down. And you can see the wind is actually changing. If you look at this little thing over here that's rotating. I can move myself over a little bit. There's a little thing right here showing you the wind direction. Right there. And then, of course, we can look around, see if anybody's after us. Somebody needs some help over there. I'm not going to help them. I got things to do. I'm a pirate, everybody. Not my job to go around and help everybody. In this particular game. So there we go. So we found that little spot. Now I find that this is like the fastest way back to town where you don't get shot at. You don't aggro a bunch of mobs. Because very rarely is there anybody back here. And if they do come back here, they usually come across. And the second you get into this little channel here, you're gone, man. You've made it. So I'll slow down a little bit. You can see over there on the side that I'll slow down because you can turn better if you slow down. And then we'll go ahead and speed up, and you can see that we're just boosting through there. Now all we got to do is get to the safe zone, and then all these pieces of 8 are ours. And I already had 2,000 pieces of 8 on me, so so we should be good. There we go, and then we'll disembark. And da-da. And that's it. You just go get your pieces of 8, run it back. Boom, there we go. We just got plus 6,000. We can see it over there. And then also you can see that you get achievements for getting so much pieces of 8. Now I started on my pieces of 8 very late because I had a whole bunch of other stuff I had to do. But still working away at it. All right, now there's a quick way to get over there, by the way. I can just hold down C, and what it's going to do is going to teleport me into the helm. This is like your smuggler network, where you can smuggle stuff, you can buy resources, you can boost your characters' stuff. Oh, and we got another smuggler mark there. Now we just need 4 more. And then also what I can do is I can just exit right here. Because this actually puts me right by where the lady's at, right there. There we go. Oh, we got the tier 4. Look at us go. I don't even know how many tiers there are. But there we go.
How's that job coming along?
It's going good. Now, of course, all these NPCs have different quests and stuff that you can get. I'm going to go ahead and mute them for right now. And then go in here and get the final thing that I really want out of this particular season, which is blueprints. And then get this Sambuc. Now, the Sambuc is a ship specializing in dishing out fire damage and burning its targets. It is also available to target multiple enemies in close proximity. So basically, it can attack multiple enemies and then also really do a lot of fire damage. So a really great DPS one. You can see I have 8,000 pieces of 8 up there. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. And there we go. We got all of our ships. Now, that's one thing to get the ship. Now, the next thing you got to do is you got to get all the resources plus 12,000 silver right here. So you got to get all these resources and 12,000 silver. And then you have to equip your ship. So you have to give it a bunch of guns and fire and all of that stuff. Now, I have a lot of the actual, cannons and guns and flame thing and all of that. But I definitely will need all of those resources eventually. So we can hunt those down. But that's kind of like a secondary thing because I don't need the ship right now. As long as I have the blueprint, and I'm not really going to use the ship. My team's probably going to use their Sambucs more than me. I'm going to use probably the Snow, which is a great tanky ship, or my healing ship. So either or at this point. But all right, we got the big ship, everybody. We got the biggest thing in there. Whoa, look at me go. Weekly leaderboard, I'm at 1591. Look at me go. I'm sure that's going to sink here in a minute. Well, look at me go. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to fund all of these things. Now, of course, I've got 14,000 silver because I've been spending all my silver. I'm going to get this first one going, which is 81 per hour. And it's going to go for 2 days, by the way. So if you take 81 times 24, or 48 in this case, we can figure out how much we're going to have. Hey, Suri. What's 81 times 48?
81 times 48 is 3,000.
3,800, so roughly about 4,000. You can see over here it's going to max out at 4,500. Now, if you want it to go faster, you can actually go over there and you can drop off resources and say, hey, go faster, go faster. I find the best thing to do is set it and forget it, everybody. One of my favorite things. So we need to get 64,000. Now, how do we do that? Well, there's a whole supply network that I was talking about, which I'm going to go ahead and hold down C again and just pop back into my little Helm supply network here. where you pick up resources and then you take those resources and you refine those resources. So if we go to the supply network over here, we can see that we have some sugar cane, right? So if I go over here and I get this sugar cane, I can go ahead and take that sugar cane and refine and convert that sugar cane. Same thing with juniper berries, poppies, and more sugar cane here. I can go ahead and pick all those up from a supply ship right there. Also, what I could do is I can hunt down rogues and get some that way. I can plunder, which is a much better way of doing it. Watch out which ones you're plundering, though, because some of these are even possible for a full group, everybody. Even if you had 3 people, you need more like 10, and even then it is incredibly hard. Some of these are absolutely nuts. Now, you can get these and cancel them, by the way, and that I keep forgetting. But these fort plunders are the best because, look, you get 600, everybody, and 300. That's a lot of that stuff, especially when you got some buddies to help you out. Like I see Rotisserie G's on right now, so we might do that a little later on. We're going to do our supply network stuff first and go get that stuff going so it's running while we're doing all the fort stuff. So I suggest to get that going. Now, you can see over on my distillery here, it's got a little yellow circle saying that, hey, you did something over here. What I've been doing is converting my resources from the sugar cane. Then I will convert it into White Skull rum, and then from White Skull rum into Gold Skull rum. Now, why do I do that? Well, I do that so that I can take that White Skull rum and sell it to make even more money so that I can fund my factories to get more pieces of 8. So that's the whole cycle. You get the sugar cane, you go over here, you do the White Skull rum, and then you do the Gold Skull rum, and then you sell that to the Skull guy. The main dude over there. Like right now, I made 300 of it, as you can see. And again, I did that all off stream right there. And then over here, we can say, okay, do we have any more? Well, we're out of sugar cane right here. You can see we have 0. But we can make some White Skull gin because we have 404 juniper berries over there as well. So while we're waiting, let's just go ahead and tell it to do that. That's going to take 1 hour and 27 minutes. So we'll go ahead and let that start to run. And again, this is the kind of stuff I just log in, I queue up all of this stuff, and then I jump out the game because it runs when you're not in the game. And that's really awesome, everybody. I love games that are like that. Very much reminds me of Star Wars The Old Republic, where you have companions and you can send them out on all these quests, and you can log out a game and come back in like an hour, and then they come back with all this epic loot. This very much reminds me of that. So yeah, we can go ahead and get that going. Now, while we got that going, we always need to keep a little bit of cash on us. I highly recommend around 10 grand so that you can teleport around. This way you don't have to sail everywhere you need to go. I like to just, teleport around at this point because it saves my time, and my time is my most valuable asset. So I'm just kind of bouncing around from place to place. So what we want to do, though, is to get a bit of cash so that we can start our whole factory going. Once that factory gets going, we can let it run for a couple days, and then we'll come back and get those pieces of 8. So not tomorrow night, but the night after that is when we're going to get it. We could pick it up tomorrow night, but best is to kind of let it run, I find, to its maximum. And that's why we're going to do it right now so that we can, next time we log in, we can do it again at that time. Also, when you're like plundering places and you're blowing up ships and stuff like that, you get a bunch of cash. Now I'm just going to skip the dialogue. And I'm going to go to buy and sell. Then I'm going to go to sell. I'm going to hit tab. Now, tab allows me to go to my warehouse. And this is something they added. So if you don't know that, everybody, make sure to, use the cycle inventory right down here or use tab. And then you can see that's worth 250. So if I sell this, everybody, it's worth 250. If I sell all of it, it's worth 74,000 silver, everybody. Though, but it takes time to do all that, right? It takes an hour to do this and an hour to do that and 3 hours to do that. It takes time to do that, but that's a lot. So boom, I'm going to sell that. And then immediately after I sell that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Blah, 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 blah. And again, we have all sorts of quests we could be doing as well. I also learned something really cool about treasure maps, which seems obvious to me now, but didn't seem obvious to me until I discovered that off stream. And I'm sure my team already knew, but me, I didn't know. I went duh when I saw it. All right, so we're going to go to this one first here, the Grenade. And we're going to say fund. We're going to fund it as maximum amount, which is going to be 64,000, which is going to take us right back down to about 10,000 silver. That's okay. But it's going to run for 2 days and basically make us about 4,000 pieces of eight. So we're going to go ahead and just start that going. And then if we roll over it, we can see that there it is, 2 days and 1 hour, by the way. So it's going to be 11:30 to 11:30 on Thursday. So we'll let that run. Now, of course, we can make it go faster if we deliver 230 juniper berries and whatnot. I prefer just to convert it into other stuff and to sell that stuff. It's a much smarter thing to do. So now I need more money for this one over here, which is going to go at 78. I need another 60,000 over there. Now, what I can do also is if I have a bunch of other resources that I don't really need, I can go ahead and go to the vendors right over here. I like going to the hawker guy right over here. And then I go to the hawker guy, and then, or lady in this case, and I can go sell. Now, you can see I have just a little bit, but if I hit tab, it'll go to the warehouse, and if I have a bunch of stuff in the warehouse, I can sell that. Now, I've already done that, as you can see, because my warehouse is pretty cleaned out. All I have is my extra weapons and things. And I don't really want to get rid of those for right now. And then also my different ashes and things that I can use for buying cosmetics and all sorts of fun like that. But you get the general idea. And I've already bought all of these various recipes and so on. The only recipes I need to get are the ones that are that are from Pieces of Eight. So don't really need to worry about that. So we need to let all that stuff keep running. Now, there's actually another location that we can use for processing all of our resources, and that's way up here at Taylok. At least that's what I'm calling it. And we're going to jump up here. And it's very important to get done with the main storyline so you have access to all of this stuff. And so I'm going to hold down C. It's going to take me into this area's location, which actually is refining different things than the other one. If I go over here to this one, you'll see that this is a laboratory, different from all the barrels that you saw before. And this laboratory is producing opium, and that's we need poppies for the opium right over here. But you can see I produced 180 of it already, and I can just say accept, and then there we go. Blue Lotus opium right there. Now, there is upgrades to everything that you're doing as well. I sadly, again, took so long on my main quest that I didn't have the ability to really get into the upgrades. But as you can see, we've got our Empire here, which is showing us our ability to unlock different areas. I suggest just to focus on one area first, and then if you've got it, you can come back and do all of those. You can see where you're at on the leaderboard. I don't really care. I mean, I'm just impressed that I'm not dead last, so at least that's good. And then weekly, for some reason, I'm pretty much up there, probably because a lot of other people have already finished the season and they're not in there grinding. I'd love to see who's number one, but for some reason, it doesn't let you see who's number one. I'm currently gold. I'm not diamond. Somebody has 300,000 thing in there. That's not going to happen. I don't have that much time in the day. But here's the thing right here. These are upgrades that you can do using your Piece of Eight. Improved distillery equipment. Reduce the refinement time of contraband in the distillery. So I can reduce that. Boom. There we go. So now it's going to take less time to refine it. Improved laboratory. Reduce the refinement of the laboratory. All right, let's spend that one. Then those are going to go faster, right? And increase the amount of materials offered by supply by 25%. Oh, we definitely could use that. Again, we have a bunch of Pieces of Eight we're not using right now. Best to do it. Black Lotus opium production unlocks the production of Black Lotus opium from the refinement of the Blue Lotus opium. This is a different type of opium. So we're going to spend it on that. There we go. We're going to try to get as many of these upgrades as we can. These are all the smuggler operations. Gold Skull Gin production. So now I can do the gin version of it as well. So let's do that as well. Again, I wish I'd done these way earlier. I couldn't even get to this because you have to finish the main storyline. Has 30% chance to produce an additional item when refining contraband in the distillery. All right, let's do that. Again, these are really good investments because it's boosting your production. Same thing here in the laboratory, 30% chance of boosting the laboratory. Increasing the amount of eights offered in orders by 50%. Okay, fine, we'll get that. Again, these are good investments, especially since I only have 19 days left. Now, I should have done this at the beginning and invested in this very early on so that I could be producing more. And the same thing here. Reduce the time or contraband, upgrade, and now I'm out of pieces of 8. But I know I have 4,000 pieces of 8 coming down the line. So I can go and invest in this some more. Now, also, we've got other things over here. Increases the amount of helm materials available when plundering forts, which is a good one. And then Saydan improves your standing in Saydan, adding a small amount of helm material rewards to select contracts on the job board. Increase profits of manufacturers run by Campaign Royale by 4%, and so on, so on. It depends on which thing you're doing. Increases the profit bonus for established trade routes by 10%. That's a good one as well. So really what you want to do is focus on the ones you want to do and then upgrade the stuff around those ones that you have. And had I done this much earlier, I actually would have made pieces of 8 faster because they nerfed your ability to earn pieces of 8. Which is a bummer. Which is a big bummer that I missed out on that. But hey, you know, we'll roll with it, right? We'll roll with what we can roll with. So now we're going to have the ability to have more supply over here in the supply network. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and let's hope it's as easy as it was the other day. And what I'm going to do is just say I'm going to get some sugar cane, okay, from right here. I'm going to get some juniper berries, okay, cool. I'm going to get some poppies. I'm going to get some sugar cane. That one's way down there, and that one's way down there. All right, so we're going to, this one's Royal Burial Ground. We'll get those in a second. But right now, we're going to start with these ones that are up here at the top. Now, the first thing that I do, everybody, is I go and I switch my ship. Because I'm most likely going to get attacked. And the snow is kind of my favorite of all of them because it's kind of a good all-around kind of tanky DPS. Somewhat DPS, but very much tanky ship. Always make sure that it's fully repaired, that you have your food, water, and all those other resources. And we can take all this stuff and put that into there. There we go. And I have some rockets and some cannonballs, but I don't really need them. I'm not really going to use them. Hopefully, I can just roll out there, grab what I need, and get the heck out of there. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I was doing off stream. I would just go ahead and teleport right over here and go grab it real quick. So let's see how we do today. And see if we can just run out there, grab it, and run back. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to sit there and fight every ship under the sea. I just want to get out there, get my stuff, and come back. Now, if you actually kill the guy, you actually get more. But then you have a helm cooldown on you for a while. And it's not really my thing. I don't really want to do that. So there we go. Now, and I can see the ship there already. Now, also, I'm going to go in. I'm going to boost my ship. Another pieces of 8 there. I'm going to go ahead and boost my ship so I have all my boosts going here. And I can see the ship. So what I did is I tagged on the map kind of where he should be. And then I look for the ship. And usually he's sitting out there. And he's actually sitting straight ahead. And so I'm just going to go straight toward him. Now notice I have a headwind on this particular ship. But it's not slowing me down. I'm still going 12, 11. Even into a headwind. And that's because the ship is so big that it doesn't slow down the ship when the wind. Now, also, you got to watch out for, you know, pirates or whatever else might show up and get up in your business. I suggest not to aim directly toward the ship. I made that mistake before. Look at that bird. I made that mistake before, and I hit the ship, and I aggroed the ship. You don't want to do that. I just kind of aim just past it, go full speed, keep that stamina boosted, and then when you get close, just like you do like at a fort or something like that, you can just hit F to interact, and then I just quickly hit spacebar. And then I used some of the money that I had made to buy more resources for the next time. See, that's what I just did up there. You can see now I'm down to about 15,000. And then once I get this going, then I am out of here. Now, if I see some free stuff like gin right there, I'll grab that because there'll be a bunch of it. But as you can see, it's pretty easy. You just run out, grab it, and run it back if there's no ships out here. And I find when other people are playing, they pretty much keep the ships clear. This way they can run that supply line. Now, the second I do that, it has a 2-hour cooldown for me to come back and do it again, roughly. And it's usually on the hour. So it's really like at 11, it's going to be 12 midnight, 1 a.m. before I can come back and do it again. So I'm going to try to remember to come back around 1 a.m. and do it again. You guys remind me, it's going to be in a few hours as well. So we'll try to remember as well. Or I can set an alarm. Hey, Siri, set an alarm for 1 a.m.
Your alarm is set for 1 a.m.
Thank you. All right, she'll remind me. and hopefully I'll remember what it's for. See, the problem with setting alarms, everybody, if you set too many, I don't remember what they're for, and then I run into trouble. All right, so now I'm just going to run back to the thing here. Look, somebody lit up the thing too. And so I just run back here, so now I am safe with those resources. And then I can just take the resources out of my thing here and just simply put them into my cargo. And there we go. Now I can take those and I can refine those and try to make some cash from those. So there we go. So now I can also just quick travel back. Now I like to use the helm map. I wish there was a key just to go to helm map so you could skip the other map. That would be awesome. But now I'm going to go back to St. Anne. Cost me about 600 silver or 700 silver to jump back, but I feel totally worth it. And then I'm going to go back. Of course, you want to do that the minimum amount. You want to be jumping around the minimum amount that you can. And then we're going to go and get the other supply network stuff. Over here, and then we're going to get the poppies, and then we're going to get some sugar cane, and then of course we're going to try to track those. Hold the track. There we go. And that's going to track what we need to do. So we're going to need a bit of silver. Okay. We're going to need a bit of silver, and we need to go over here to the Royal Burial Grounds. Now, here's the cool thing. I don't need to sail there. I can just go there. I can just fast travel. Boom. Right to where I need to go, which is super, super helpful. Now, one of the things that I noticed, though, is it doesn't always, this time it did, but it doesn't always show you on the map that, hey, the person you need to talk to is over that way. If you appear at the location, I suggest just running where you normally would find the NPC. If you can't find the NPC, the thing to do is to go set sail and then immediately dock back again or disembark. And then it will usually show you your thing if it's not showing up from your quest that you're tracking. All right. Let's throw this. Oh, we went the wrong way. We got to go down there. Oh, come on. Throw the thing on there. I'll do everybody a solid and throw the thing on there. There we go. A little stamina boost. All right. We got to run around down this way. Alrighty. By the way, they moved that thing to the other side. Thank goodness. That was one of my suggestions. All right, here's the supply deal. Now, all you need is cash, right? You just need to buy it. So you just go in, boom, and now you bought it. Now, what's a good way to get your starter cash? Well, I like to get my starter cash by going in and looting all of the little ships that are sitting around, right? Like you've got these different ships, and they're different levels of ships. You got your smaller shipwrecks, and you got your larger shipwrecks. The thing I like to do is look for where there's a lot of shipwrecks. If there's a whole bunch of shipwrecks around there, you can go and you can get a whole bunch of them at the same time. I'm going to show you a great spot where I like to go. But that's it. So we got that done. And then here we go. We're going to go ahead and bounce back again. Now, of course, that cost me, 600 to go here, 600 to go there, back and forth a couple times. But definitely a good investment. And then we're going to go back in here to our refining. Now, since our distillery is running right now, and I think there's a way of getting multiple people in here. I'm sure it's one of those upgrades. But you can see this still has an hour and 14 minutes. Hey, Suri, set a timer for an hour and 15 minutes.
1 hour and 15 minutes starting now.
Okay, so Suri's going to remind us when that's done. And see, that's what I do when I'm offline. I just set a timer. I log out of game. I come back an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't start it again, if I remember. I started again. You can see that it's making White Skull gin. Now, of course, we've unlocked the ability to do more of the poppy stuff, which is over on the other side. We just got a bunch of poppies as well. So we're going to, again, check our supply network over here. Right over here. And there we go. So, yes, and we can go in and we can say, I want to plunder all these forts. So we'll accept the fort plunders right over here. All right, we're going to accept all of those off the bat, and then we're going to go look at where they're at. We're going to go to our map. We'll go to our journal, and then we'll look at what level it is. This is a level 10. This is a level 10. This is a 14, which we probably are not going to do. Fort Permis over here. So we'll go look at where Fort Permis is. It's this one right here, which is like one of the toughest ones in the game, everybody. We've never been able to do that, even with our crew. There's also another one over here. Mega Fort Olsen was a level 15. Now, remember, the maximum level you can be is 12. So these just smack you down, and they actually increase the hardness of them. So now you can't even do them. They're just completely undoable, I think, unless you have like 10 coordinated people or more doing it. And you can only have so many people on the server itself. That's what's really scary if you think about it. So the whole world itself can have 24 peeps or 20 peeps. You can see there's only 17 people online. So you'd have to get the bulk of the server to work together to do that, which is not an easy thing to do. So yeah, so that's my supply network now. So I've taken those on. Oh, I need to get out of there. So I've taken those on, and now what I can do, if I can get back to my map, there we go, is just find the ones that suck and abandon those. Boom. And then this one here, more, and then hit F for more, and then abandon contract over there. And now I got just the ones that I want to do. Now I have a rogue hunt here as well. Do I want to do that rogue hunt? Probably not. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that one as well. Now I just have 2 fort plunders over here. So we'll go ahead and track this first one. And this one says that, hey, it's this one way up here. Fort Hammer New. And we might do that with my crew. And then this one over here, we'll track this one. And this one is the one way down here, which is pretty easy. This one over here is pretty easy. Me and my team could do that one easily as well. Because that's level 10 and we're level 12. So we're 2 levels ahead of it on our ships. Now, your ship is the main protagonist of the game, everybody. It's kind of you, where you're doing some questing and you're running around or whatever. But it's a ship game. So keep that in mind. If you go into it with your eyes open, don't make it what you want it to be. Make it what it is. You know, accept it for what it is. It's a ship game, so you're doing ship-to-ship battle. You're not jumping on their ship and swashbuckling and doing all of that. It's like a whole ship battle thing. The ship battle is awesome. The sailing is awesome. I especially like the whole system where you set up your factories. And you're making income from those factories. Very, very cool. It's kind of like a simulation game plus a action game as well. So very, very fun. All right, so we got that done. We got all those supply networks. We got what we could get. Now we're going to go ahead and bounce back up here to Taylok. Reminds me of like Gandalf when he's talking to the door with the dwarfs in The Hobbit. Taylok. Speak, friend, and enter. I don't know why that just suddenly came to my brain, everybody, but it's in there. I don't even know if that's the right word for it, but that's what comes to mind. All right, back to the laboratory over here. Now, we should have unlocked more options instead of the one option we had before.
Hello, and
yeah, so now we have 2 different options. So now we have Black Lotus Opium, and we have 180 Blue Lotus Opium. So what we want to do, of course, is make as much of the Blue Lotus Opium and then convert that into the higher level Black Lotus Opium. You can see it's also a yellow, which means it's a legendary item. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say convert. And it's going to take less time because we went and boosted our things. It's going to take about 30 minutes to do that. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes starting now.
Okay, we got lots of timers. By the way, the Apple iPhone does multiple timers now. By the way, for those who didn't know that, they did add the ability to add multiple timers. So all my workers are currently busy. Now it'd be nice if I had multiple workers so I can have it both doing the low level and the high level. But I find that that's good enough. You just let that stuff run, and then again, if I had done it from the very beginning and if I'd done the main storyline straight away. I could have had that going, but I didn't know, and part of the fun is going on the journey anyway, everybody. Now, this supply network over here, that's over at Taylok here, as opposed to St. Anne, is actually tied together. They're exactly the same. You can see there, we don't have any things. Now, these are rogue attacks. You can go out and take out these various different rogues in these different spots. That works as well. I suggest if you are pretty geared up that you do 2 rogue attacks at the same time. It's like 6 ships if you're pretty good. Me, I like to do one set of 3 ships at a time. But it's only worth 50. So if you had some friends, you'd be better off going in and attacking the attacking the locations versus trying to do these little rogue hunts. But yeah, they're okay. They're okay if you want to do that. Now, there's also another thing, which is right over here, which is called the order registry. So I'm going to go ahead and get it going on over here. Now, you can actually take some of this stuff and drop it off. So you can get 124, let me move over, 124 pieces of 8 if I go give them 63 White Skull Gin. So you want to think, if you take the White Skull Gin and you convert it into silver and use that silver to fund your factories, is that more than 124? And I can tell you, yes, it is, because I did the math, everybody. It is definitely more worth it for you to convert that White Skull Gin into the gold stuff and then sell it to Skurlock there and get the silver, do your factories, let your factories run for days on end where you don't even have to be in game, and you come back and you got thousands and thousands of loot for sure. But we got to let that stuff run before we have enough cash to fund all of that stuff. So we're going to let that stuff run for a bit. And again, we're going to let our laboratory run. We're going to let that other stuff run until it gets going in a few hours or so. Now, another thing that I can do while I'm waiting for all of this is to do the thing I was talking about where we can run out and get a bunch of cash. Now, right over here at the Tensula Sea, or the Houghton Highlands, there's a spot right here, Kilwar Chamber. And you can see that it has a massive amount of ships. Now, these are pretty good ships. These are mediums, some small ones, but we got some large ones in there as well. And they're all kind of like right next to each other. So what I like to do is just kind of pop over here to the KOR chamber. So I invest, let's say 600. And then, of course, it costs me another 600 to get back. So it's about 1,200 silver to get started. Then I'm going to go check my ship, make sure it's fully repaired. There we go. And then I'll look at my cargo, see if there's anything in there. Yes, I want to get this cargo off of my ship. So in case I crash or whatever or get killed, I won't lose that. Then I'm going to go ahead and set sail. Now what I do is I just kind of ignore everything else. And this is like the easiest way to get loot and cash, especially early game. But you can also do it here a little bit later game as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just tag this first one right here. And then I'm just going to start sailing that way. Now this is open world loot, meaning that if somebody has already looted it, you can't loot it. Like if you go in and you're trying to take, say, out this loot right here, you can see there's something right here. If I go in there and harvest it, like that, then the next person who wants to come along and harvest it, it ain't going to be there. And it has a certain cooldown, which I forget how long the cooldown is, but it's going to cool down for a while. And I find most of the time the people who are over here in this section, which is the higher level section, is not really doing these. These are typically ready to go. So I just kind of roll up at full speed, try to hit it on the purple. There we go. And you can see I just made 300 silver, but also I got a bunch of other little stuff I could sell or use later on. So there's the first one, and then we can just go here to the second one. Now, based on the size of the shipwreck, also is what it's going to have, or what area you're in, what it's going to have for loot. Now, I try to do just the ones that are close together, and I really like doing these. Some people don't like the mini game. I'm all for it. I'm good. I'm good. There we go. So about 400 silver from that one. Plus, we have sometimes a whole bunch of other random loot that's sitting there, cannonballs and repair kits and whatnot. And then we got another medium one straight ahead. Again, I just try to get them where they're all clustered together, so I don't have to go that far. I don't have to fight a bunch of mobs. I don't have to do all of that. I can just go ahead and try to get it done. Wow, totally missed that one. There we go. Another 370 or so. Let's call it 400 silver there. All right, so I did the 3 across here, and then now I'm going to tag this one. And I'm going to go ahead, get my ship turned around here. There we go. If you want to turn faster, you want to bring your sails down so you can turn. Just like in an airplane. In an airplane, when you lower your airspeed, you can turn sharper as well. Same thing in a boat, though boats don't stop on a dime like cars. Boats will continue to go. The only way to do that is to reverse the momentum the other way. And see, I find the thing is, don't bother stopping. You just got to get used to turning toward it. There we go. Another 300 there. You got to get used to turning toward it the second you hit F. So I just go full speed, and then it'll automatically stop me when I'm trying to get it. It's a little awkward because I swear this thing doesn't work right. There's 400 there. And then, of course, get all this salvaged wood and other random stuff that's here. And then we're going to go forward on this one. Get this one. I'm not really watching where I'm driving, by the way. I'm just trying to get the stuff. Another 400 there. And then a little bit forward. And then I'll look and see if I've got all of these. Yes, I got those. I'm going to skip these two here. We're going to come back for those. But as you can see, there's also a bunch along the top. You know what? Maybe I will do those first today. I think I'm going to do those first today. Let's go. So we've got these. Now, if you notice, it only counted a few of them, but there's another one right here. And that's because sometimes it's multiple in the same spot, and it doesn't actually mark every single one. So in this case, I actually got 2 over there. Come on, fingers. There we go. Come on, you got this. There we go. You can see that it didn't mark 2 of them over here. There was already 2 there. Notice that this one doesn't show up on the map. So yeah, there's a little discrepancy from the map to the real life thing, or the in-game thing. So keep that in mind when you are doing it. And I found that this location has an absolute massive amount of these, and they're real close together. That's the cool thing too. So we'll roll up here. Yeah, this is more for early game. If you don't want to do all the processing, or you don't have your quest up very far, you can just kind of start with a little bit of this cash. Now, also, you got to upgrade your tools to get to this point. Now, see, I have all my tools all the way upgraded, and they allow me to upgrade the different levels of ships. Like there's, the small, medium, and large ships, so you need to make sure that you have the ability to use your crowbar and upgrade your crowbar. And that's going to be based on your ability to sources for upgrading it, and then have it unlocked based on your kingpin level or your infinity level. Now, I'm like kingpin 20 or something like that now, so I don't really have a problem. But again, if you can't open something, it's usually because your crowbar is not upgraded enough, and you upgrade your crowbar back at town. What's up, Floyd? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Koala, what's up? Thanks for coming in and hanging out as well. All right, so now we'll look for some more as we're coming around the side here. Now, we can go back and get these ones. But you can see that we have a whole bunch of these in a row here. I'm just going to go ahead and tag this here, just so I know where it's at. Now, in this game, everybody, even if you attack like a castle or you attack random ships, if you just wait a little bit, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, everybody, it's like everybody forgets that you were bad, and it goes back to the way it was, right? They're no longer mad at you. So this game's very much like that too. So if you go blasting a whole bunch of ships and then you go back to town, you come back out, well, they're not mad at you anymore. Usually. This guy going to get that one. I think he's going to get that one. No, he's doing something. Yeah, he's getting that one. So he's getting this one, so that means that I can't get it. So he's already doing it. And so we're going to keep going this way and see if we can get the next one. Now, he might have already came in from that direction and did all of the ones that are there. And that means that I'm not going to get, I'm not going to be able to get those. Well, we'll see here in a second. Yeah, see, that one's depleted. And then we go to this one over here, probably depleted. He probably just came through and did all of those. Yes, so he just did all of those. So that means that we're just saying, okay, well, we're good. We just go out of here. And I just find the nearest location and roll toward that location. Now, if I see stuff in the water, like right over here, I'm going to try to blast it. Totally missed it. Can run it over too, but I just like blasting it because it's fun. And then you'll see that we got some loot. A bunch of random loot there. Now, of course, you got to aim toward your loot as well to pick it up.
Stand ready!
And so we're going to run back here. Now, there's also rogues and pirateers and all sorts of other peeps that are going to try to attack you as you're running along. Also, if you tick off a certain faction or all the factions, they're going to attack you as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and head this way since those are depleted. But it's pretty cool that you can go through and just kind of go that whole cycle and get a bunch of cash. Now, of course, I was down about 10,000. Now you can see I'm back up to about 4,000. But you can see that you're not making money very quickly. I kind of find that when you're in the higher level, what you want to do is get more resources so you can convert those resources and keep those resources being converted. That seems to be way more efficient and better, I think, in the long run. And if I had to do it all over again, I would have focused just on the ones where I was getting a bonus from, upgrade those ones to 10, and then I would have upgraded all of my boosts as well, which, you know, give you more supply and give you more for each thing and all of that as well. To get around on this side here, there we go. Disembark.
The wind is ours.
And there we go. So we got it. I just want to add that the hostile takeover and for specialists in Prime do the takeover, it drops walls and then plundering can be done. Yes, I've seen that before. I have seen that happen. We did that on, which one did we do that one on? The hostile takeover. We did do that one already. What's the name of that one? I forgot. It was one of those ones I had to do for a quest. I think it was this one. Praxo. Maybe it was one of the ones down here. I can't remember. But what we did is we went in there and all the defenses were already down because a whole bunch of ships came and helped us clear the defenses. And then, boom, we then went straight into plundering as well. So we have already done that, but thanks for the tip. I do appreciate that. Of course, remember, no backseat gaming. You wanna kind of, you know, look at the rules before you start talking in the chat. Just going to say. But I appreciate it as well. So I appreciate that. There you go. I miss a bit. Is there a chance you can start back at the beginning? Very good morning to you, sir. Yes, Floyd, don't worry. Also, all my VODs are on Twitch and on YouTube. You can always watch it back if you miss anything. But what I was basically talking about was the fact how to do the supply system. Right? There's a whole supply system in the game where you can actually go and basically collect supplies, convert those supplies, and then convert them again into the highest level stuff and then sell it for silver. So you can do that pretty much every couple hours. You can go and keep collecting those supplies and keep doing it. You can also just go blast people and blow up the ships, and especially like the Lepest peeps and stuff like that. You can do that. You can also do PvP stuff like right over here. You can go in and do a hostile takeover here as a PvP and go do that, which is what he's talking about in the channel. And you can take over these particular areas, which I did over on, I think it was this one. Yeah, the lumberyard. Because there's nobody there, especially late at night when I play. 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody, on a Tuesday. There's usually not going to be anybody there trying to take those things over. And if they are, just go do another one and see if somebody's there, and just ignore the PvP part and just try to get the thing. There's also ones where you can actually do this, where you go in and you do legendary heists. And you go and you can join those events and try to get resources from that. And then you try to get the item, and then you got to run the item back to St. Anne. Of course, as you unlock more areas, which you can unlock the East Indies and the coast of Africa, you can actually get more refineries as well for doing that as well. So lots and lots of stuff you can do. There's also tons and tons of quests and things of that nature that you can do. But the thing I like the most is the teamwork stuff. Is the going in together and having a good time. Speaking of teamwork stuff, let's go ahead and see how. What's up, Rotisserie G?
Good evening.
How you doing tonight?
Not too bad. Just finished off my Pieces of 8 run.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You up for some taking on some forts today? Get some.
Yeah, sounds. Stuff. I noticed you got that Haribo fort or whatever it is. I've got a load for there as well.
Oh, awesome. We don't got TM, but maybe we can do it. We'll see. I think we can do it. We'll just keep at it. You know what I mean? We'll just.
It shouldn't be too hard.
All right.
He says.
Foreshadowing, right? All right. Which one did you say you had? You had.
The one you were talking about on stream, is it Harry Mao or something?
Harry Mao. All right. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Okay, so Harry Mouth. You let me know. Are you ready now, or you got some stuff to finish up?
Yeah, I'm good. If you want to invite me, that's fine. Or I can just straight join.
I'll get you. Hey, Wolf's online too. What if he wants to join us? Wolf, you want to come join us? Are you in the chat? You want to come join us? We're gonna go do some stuff. Let me know. Hey, Ams, what's up? The world is full of amnesia. Nice.
For that anthology thing I got you, it was a bit bigger than I was expecting it to be when you showed it on stream.
Oh, it's awesome, man. It is pretty amazing. I was sitting over there on the side of my desk like a trophy thing. It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to leave it closed because I already own all of the things. But it's one of my favorite things now, other than my Nuka-Cola Quantum. I don't collect a lot of things.
On the website, it looks a little bit smaller than that. You know, not tiny, but it didn't look quite that big.
Oh, but it's awesome. It dominates my whole entire thing over there, which is cool. But I do appreciate that. I kept forgetting. I actually have it sitting to the right of me for the longest time since I told you I had picked it up. And then I kept forgetting every single stream. I was like, oh, come on, man. I keep forgetting. And then I got something from St. Jude I kept forgetting as well. I kept forgetting over and over.
I'm getting it and shipping it over, but they don't ship them outside of the US for those ones. They're region restricted because of the codes on the games, I guess.
Oh, right.
The winds aren't kind today.
So is that the right region? The one I have?
Yeah, it is for you. I mean, basically, I can ship it to you because you're in North America, so it was fine. But I couldn't ship it to me over in the UK because it wouldn't let me. I would have had to bought it from the UK or from the European one.
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure they got all sorts of, who knows, tariffs and things of that nature. I send stuff to people all over the world, and it actually costs me more to ship it and the tariff on it than the actual thing is worth. I've noticed. It'd be better if I just gave them a gift certificate or something and say, hey, you go buy it so you don't have to pay the extra tariff for me to send it to you. It's really stupid, everybody. That doesn't make any sense. That it costs me $50 to send a $20 item.
They tell you beforehand, so you don't suddenly get a surprise bill for $70 or something.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I sent the first thing to Europe, and they're like, "Oh, well, the person has to pay another $20 on the other end to pick it up." I'm like, "It's only worth $20, and it cost me $30 to ship it." It made no difference. It made no sense. It cost you $50 to send a $20 item. That's no sense, everybody.
I bought the Tell Me Nothing stuff. They shipped it all separately. It was weird. It come from the Netherlands, but even though I bought both items at the same time, the cup and the t-shirt, they sent them in separate packages and different shipping. So one of them turned up early and the other one took 3 weeks.
Oh, that's wild. Well, that's shipping companies for you. All right, I'm over here at the Taylock. Oh, you're over here too. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's do it.
Just doing my opium-y stuff.
I would do your repair your ship too. Let me manage all my stuff, make sure all my stuff's good.
Because of the region I'm in Europe, it's not called opium, it's called black smoke.
Oh, really? That's wild.
Yeah,
wow.
It's called blue flower heaven smoke and black flower heaven smoke. Because apparently opium is bad in inverted commas.
Well, it is. But games have been using opium forever. That's like the ultimate thing. Even Taipan from the 80s, the maximum thing is opium. So if you buy opium for 7,000 and then sell it for 100,000, you make a lot of money, or trillions like I did. Trillions of dollars. That's right. By the way, for those who've never seen that, I love to show it off, everybody. It's this old Polaroid I have of me making 2.5 trillion back in 1986. See right there, the date. I stopped playing the game on the day I was playing it. You can barely see a 15-year-old version of Kismet in the background there, taking a picture with a Polaroid. Yeah, so 2.5 trillion. Yeah, way back in the day before anybody knew what a trillion was, everybody. That was a way long time ago. That was like 30 plus 40 years ago, a long time ago. A long time. What up, DJ Watkins? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Okay, I feel like I want to change my weapon, though, because these things are pretty pitiful. Not cargo. Let's manage ship. Let me change my primary weapon here. From termites, which is delivers a barrage of fiery missiles that deals increased damage to structures. Oh wait, well actually probably better for structures. Into holes.
I'm going to use my Plundercat ship for the sieging because it's what it's built for.
It's going to be 9,000. This is going to be 16,000. No, I think I will use my rockets. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm going to use my tanky ship and see how that works out. All right. Let's go. Absolutely, Trillionaire, the OG Trillionaire. Hey, I like that. I'm going to use that as a new title. I'll put that over here. OG Trillionaire. You know what I should do? I should make a T-shirt that has that screenshot or the Polaroid on it, and then it says OG Trillionaire. Yes, I am totally doing that, DJ Watkins. Bunch of caps for the chat for you thinking up an awesome idea there. That'd be fun. Yeah, I gotta make sure T-shirt. There we go. That'd be a great thing to wear at TwitchCon, by the way. It says OG Trillionaire. And then I go to TwitchCon and like, what's your shirt about? Well, this is me in 1986 making 2.5 trillion. Over there. All right, we're heading over. Over here. Let's go full speed. There we go. And we'll just re-up our buff here. There we go. We don't have to redo it in the middle. Now, this is called plundering, everybody. So we want to go to this location, and we want to plunder this location so that we can get resources. Now, this particular one, it is going to give me 300 of the juniper berries. And I want to get that going on. Oh, somebody's getting shot over there.
Eat your fill. Keep up your strength.
Boom. There we go. Now, the cool thing is when they blow stuff up, you get to just pick it up. I just went and just picked up that loot that they just destroyed on that ship.
I forgot I got the rope locker one on this one, which is the speedy thing, and it was like, Christ, I shot out of them pretty quick.
See, that one just got destroyed, and I picked up that loot too. I like how they're just giving us free loot to start here. Two ships just got destroyed. All right, you ready? Are we should probably choose something that we're gonna attack first. Let's say that one. And mark that one in the center. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start it up. Prepare to get smacked around a bit.
Captain wants it stripped. Let's have it.
I'm gonna take off. See that little red circle? Now it's gonna start flashing at some point. And when it starts flashing, that's when they're actually gonna hit that spot. See, like that. Now our goal is to go in here and take out all these bad things. Right here. Then I can also use my rockets. And we're just kind of focusing the first thing. Like this. And you're trying to hit it. And whoa, look out. And you can brace when they try to hit you. There we go. Then I have ship stuff on the back of the ship. And then if I turn this way, I have guns on this side of the ship. You can see that we're just kind of working together. Now I'm just kind of ignoring the loot for now. That should take care of that one. There we go. So that one down. First one down. Now we're going to go on this one over here. If I can get that one marked. There we go. And I like to take out the cannon ones first. That's just me. The other ones are fairly easy to avoid. The cannon ones are really annoying. Now, the biggest problem is not running into your friend. I find. So while he's working on that one on the top, I'm going to work the cannon one here. There we go. Let's do it. A tremendous amount of damage. And see, what I do is I shoot to the left side, then shoot the front, and then I go ahead and shoot the right side because I got cannons on each of those sides, and by the time I do that, I can then go right side again, then the back guns like this, and then finish it off with the rockets. Hopefully I'm anywhere close. I think I totally missed it. My ship stopped for some reason. All right, now we got some bad guys coming in. I like to shoot them and then ram them. Now I can board them, but I'm not going to. And then we're going to work a bit on the ships here. while we're waiting. Oh, this guy's getting healed. Oh, I don't think so. And then we're going to run into him. Now, when your health gets low, you want to go ahead and use your health thingies. Like that. Another big ship coming in. You want to aim for the red parts. Those are the weakest parts of the ship. You can see that this guy is just getting absolutely smoked. There we go. And then I get back to shooting at these cannons over here so they stop shooting at me. There we go. All right, then way up here on the top, we'll throw some rockets. And that's GG's. And of course, me and Rotisserie G trying not to run into each other. It ain't easy, everybody. It ain't easy. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and go to the other side. Now, of course, more ships are going to come in and try to get us. But we're going to go and try to take out all of the stuff. Ah, look, it cut right in front of me. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm going to go around the side here and see if I can take this one out. Around the side. Now, when they're shooting at you, you hold down the space bar to basically defend against it. Oops, a little too late on that one. You see, my rockets are highly effective for that. See, 2 rounds of rockets, and this one will be toast. You'll see I'm rotating around. Now, when it starts to flash, when you see the little red thing start to flash, that means they're about to fire. And that's when you want to hold your spacebar down. Because they're reloading their cannons right now. I'm getting shot at by a whole bunch of people to the right as well. Somebody coming in there. Now I can use my rockets. All right, we got some random person coming in and joining us on our plunder. More the merrier. Just shoot me. Wipe that guy out. All right, more rockets. Now you want to be a certain distance away so you can see what you're doing. If you're up too close, it's really, really difficult to see what the heck you're doing. Now your healing has a cooldown, and I'm kind of listening for mobs attacking me. We're kind of in the final stage here. We just gotta wipe these guys out. And see, they're shooting off that thing looking for help. And there we go. All right, that's done. Grab our loot. Now we got to run around to the front here. I try to take out the wall. There we go. We took out the wall. And that's pretty much it. Now we got to go ahead and just take out this baddie who's coming in over here. Richard G just got away right when I shot. That's funny. There we go. Get smoked. All right, and there's some peeps coming from behind.
I love my 50% siege bonus.
Nice. One of my favorite things in this game, ram them. Ram those suckers. And that's how you get her done. Oh, our timer's done for something. We'll look it up here in a minute. But that's pretty much it. So we basically did all of the toughest stuff that we needed to do, which is to take out all the fort stuff. And then now it's just like a whole bunch of ships that'll keep coming in. Now, of course, you want to make sure you pick up that loot whenever they get destroyed. If somebody in your party destroys them, that loot will be there for you as well. You can see there's some loot on the ground right over, or in the water, I mean, right here. And I go pick that up. Some more loot over here that for the ships were destroyed while I was busy doing other things.
That's an enemy ship right there! Get there! Fill their hole with gold! We're engaged!
Always trying to shoot toward their weakest point, which is right there. Then I can also fire muskets.
You die like dogs!
Now my ship is not a purely DPS ship. It is more of a tank ship, so I can take a lot of damage. And sometimes I don't bother to even block the damage because this is pretty easy at this point, everybody. Pretty easy. Now I have like 10,000 of these healing things. You can see I'm taking a little bit of damage. And I'll just do it just so it'll be on cooldown. And that's pretty much it. Pretty much what we got over there. And then we just wait for it to kind of finish out over here. We collect our plunder out of this thing right here in the center, which is basically the thing. And we've kind of left this thing in ruins. As you can see, oh, there's a ship coming in.
Prepare to attack that enemy vessel! Let's fire our gunners!
I'll let him come to me. Again, depending on which way you turn your ship, is which cannons you can fire. Oh, he turned to the left. Now, see, I like him to come to me so I don't have to run all the way over there. But that other dude's fighting him right now, so he's going to drag him way off over there in the corner. There we go. I'm not running over. I hate running after mobs, everybody. It's like my thing I absolutely despise. Very much reminds me of MMOs where there's always somebody like dragging the mobs away. They're like ranged DPS, and they drag the mob away from the tank or the melees, and the melees have to run after the mob. I absolutely hate that. All right, so we got 300 there, and we got a bunch of other loot that we can use or sell.
We've done well for ourselves!
Yeah, there we go.
Rolling waves take me home to the old green hills of Dover.
Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and run back this way because they're coming in. Yeah, big love, big love. I always bring the love, everybody. So they killed that mob out here, or killed that ship, so I have to run all the way out here to get the loot from the ship. I usually do it after, because otherwise, you know, you're doing all these things in the middle. Oh, well, so we'll get this while we're here. What the heck? Might as well. Bingo! Another 300 in my pocket. What am I looking at? I'm at some event. Alright. So now we got that one done. Alright, I have another one, which is Fort Delise, which is the one that's right by St. Anne down there. Way down there.
Okay, I've got to go back and unload because there's instantly overburdened.
Alright, no worries. That's a good problem to have, everybody, having too much loot. The real problem is when you don't have enough loot. Now, every now and again, you'll see some stuff like rusty nails and scavenged wood in there. I usually grab that stuff because why not? It's free. It's sitting in the water. Also, this is not only a really great tanky ship. It can take a lot of damage, but also it's a great ship for carrying resources because it has a lot of hull space. So you can carry a massive amount of stuff. You can loot a lot of stuff as well. Very, very fun. Absolutely, Axel. Come on in. We're ready to go. You're Wolf, right? I saw you earlier. Well, I was asking the chat if you want to come join me. You're Wolf, right, Axel? I want to get the wrong person. I have terrible memory. I have a terrible memory. I just want to make sure. Yeah, there you go. We got you. Come and join us. We're going to go do some more here in a minute. I suggest you go check and see if you have any of these missions. Now, one of the cool things is, see, Wolf just joined the party. I could invite him, or he can just jump in. What it will do is pull him from whatever server he's on and bring him to our server. And there is right now. So if you guys want to come join us, feel free to go ahead. Yes, you can. You absolutely can, actually. You can just jump into the group. I don't mind if you do. I don't mind. Feel free to jump in anytime if you see there's an open spot. Oh, we got La Peste out here. This La Peste thing, they made it way too hard now. We actually finished it. We did it several times, and then they made it like super OP, so now we can't do it anymore. It's really stupid. They made it where a normal group can't take on some of the high-end stuff. So I just ignore it now. I just totally ignore it as well. Okay, so we're back in town. We're going to go ahead and make sure we repair. We're going to manage our cargo. We got a bunch of different cargo here. And some of our cargo somewhere, or some of our stuff finished, and I don't remember what it was. I guess I could have Made a note to myself to what it was. Now, when I'm taking on buildings, it's better if I bring the rockets, but if I'm taking on ships, then I want to use the mortar or bombards or stuff of that nature. And of course, if I also have a healing ship, right? If everyone else is doing the DPS, I can just keep healing them the whole entire time. The healing is pretty hard. It's not like I can just target somebody and say, okay, heal that person. I have to aim in front of them, and usually when I aim in front of them, they turn out of it, like over. It reminds me very much, again, of Star Wars The Old Republic, when I try to put down a little green circle where they're at, and then they step out of it, so they're not getting healed. It's really annoying, everybody, as a healer, when people step out of the healing, or I might shoot it in front of them, and then they slow down, and then it hits, and then they missed it, and then they try to speed up. It's hard to coordinate all of that. It's pretty difficult. But I think with a lot of practice, we could get it down. All right, so where am I at right now? I am at St. Anne. But I think it was over at Tellock is where I want to go. And again, look, we got 20 grand now. So we did get a bit of cash there. I'm going to go back over here to Tellock, and I'm going to check on my production. I think it was over here. So we can keep stuff going. Now, the goal, I think, of this game is to constantly keep your stuff running. While you're busy doing something else. It's the most efficient thing to do. So we're going to go to the laboratory here, and we should have a new option now. And we do right here, the Black Lotus Opium. And it says I have 180. So I want to go ahead and put this into the warehouse. And then now when I go do it, you can see I have 406. So I want to get this Blue Lotus Opium going. So I'm going to say this, 203, because it's 406 raw and then needs 2, so it's going to be half of that. It's going to cost me 2,000 as a work fee. Remember, there's actually a cost to processing these as well. And then I will go and sell them. Now, this will be the first time I'm selling these, but I would imagine they'd be 200 or 250 each. So 250 times 200, you can get the general idea, do your own math. And then, of course, I'll get that 2,000 back, and, of course, the cost of converting the original materials. All of this stuff is like a business, everybody. You're running a smuggling business. Now, it's going to be 50 minutes before that's done. Hey, Suri, set a timer for 50 minutes.
50 minutes starting now.
Okay, so we'll check back on that in about 50 minutes. Now, we also have some other timers running. Let me check in on those. My other timer is 31 minutes until that one's ready. So, all right. Now we're going to go ahead and get... We already did that. Let's fast travel. And we're going to head down back to St. Anne over here. Again, this also costs you money jumping back and forth and jacking back and forth. But we're going to get it going. And there we go. So we're going to go and do right here. All right, heading to Fort Deleuze. Fort Deleuze.
Teleporting over now.
Now, whoever's in my party, by the way, can see where I just tagged. They can see where my marker is. So they can find out where I'm going. Also, they can see me on the map. So depending on what color you are, in my case, I'm orange right now. They can see where I'm at, or at least on my map, I'm orange. And they can find where you're going and whatnot. Of course, we also have Discord, so we're talking on Discord as well. I never use in-game chat because there's always some people in there who are doing stupid stuff that I don't want to listen to. I'm of that age, everybody, where I don't mess around. I'm of the generation where you screw around and you find out. Except for that's not how you say it. We say it quite differently in my generation, everybody. If you don't know, look it up. F around and find out. Look it up on the internet. You'll get a laugh or two out of it, I'm sure. All right, we're heading down over here. And, of course, I'm not going to start it till my crew gets there. Because when they get there, I can just start the whole thing, and then they'll be included in it as well. So they don't have to start it individually themselves. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just refresh, because I got so many of those things. Refresh all my buffs so I don't have to do it in the middle of battle. And then I see a little thing here. Maybe we'll hit this up on the way. Because I'm kind of ahead of everybody right now anyway, so I can just stop by, get a little bit of loot. Now, if you die, you do drop some of your stuff. And you have to come back and pick it up from wherever you died. It's one of those. But you don't like lose like your cannons and your ship. You don't lose that or any of that stuff. You don't have to buy insurance on your ship like in some games. So, you know, if you lose it, you know, your insurance money comes in and gets you a new thing of that, whatever it is. You don't have to do all of that. And those Empire opportunities there, that's how I got the factories in the first place as well. So, very, very useful, I find. It's going to be very foggy, apparently, when we do this. Now, the funny irony is this is also one of my factories over here. So we're ready to go. I'm just going to pull in and sit right here. Now, notice I'm back a little bit. The reason why I'm back a little bit is so I can start just firing straight away. I always feel like the cannons are the ones I want to destroy first, as opposed to the things that are shooting the rockets. And then, you know, what it does that little red circle, right? I like to take care of the cannons first. Now, of course, if you're far enough out, you don't have to worry about the cannons. Probably going to get this one over here first. So you can look through your little thing here and you can mark that. And then you can see that now it's marked as the one I want to attack. I'm going to go ahead and turn this way because I'm going to end up probably moving this way a bit. And then I can just also do an opening with a rocket right there. Which is good. And again, you want to be as far away as you can, but still hit the plunder button as well. Now we can look on the map, see how everybody's doing. We got Wolf over here. Now we're waiting for Rotisserie G. Get over here. We can probably see him out there sailing. Yeah, there he is. You can also go up on the crow's nest, by the way, and you can also go out like this if you like this. I find that when I'm watching people, most people are playing like this. I like playing like this, everybody, because that's awesome. Especially when you have a really nice machine like me. I got it cranked up on Ultra. I got all the settings on super high or Ultra settings. It's just absolutely beautiful to play. You're probably not even seeing it at the fidelity that I'm playing it.
Okay, I'm here.
And I could be playing it at 4K, too, if I wanted to. But you guys won't be able to see it, and it's kind of pointless for me to do it if I can't, you know, stream it to you guys. All right, here we go. I'm going to go for this cannon one over here first. And what I like to do is just skip this by hitting spacebar. And then I'm going to move forward because they're going to start shooting at me straight away. Now, I don't even watch where I'm driving, everybody. I'm just driving in this direction. I crashed into an island. That's not good. But I'm trying to turn in such a way that I can utilize my other cannons. Like this. Side cannons. Something hit me there. And then back to these side cannons again. And there we go. Job done. Now I've got to go way up on top here. Oh, can't quite see it up there. I'm going to try not to run into Rotisserie G. There we go. Too close, so I need to get out a little bit so I can go ahead and just blast that. There we go. That's toast. This one's like super easy, everybody, especially when you got an epic team like me. Gonna roll up right here next to him. We'll stop and then take a little bit of a hit there, but I'm just gonna blast it with some rockets like that. And then just kind of keep turning my ship so I can shoot him with all the cannons on the different sides. I'm not actually moving, I'm just kind of turning the ship. And there we go, job done. Now here comes some ships that want to get rowdy. I'm just going to go ahead and heal my ship by hitting 4. You see my ship is getting, well, you can see it's healed now. And now we're going to blow up all these other ships. You're going to come up here and think they got, think they're full of it over here. All right, them muskets.
You bastards are finished! Come on! Keep going!
Now the trick is hit wherever you see the little red thing. See that, how it has that red number? That means that you are hitting them in the weak spot. And you do a lot more damage when you're doing that. You can also fire a bunch of rockets at them. Try to get ahead of them. There we go. try to get ahead of them so you can just blouse them. And of course, you're getting all that loot as well from all the ships attacking you. And then you're getting loot from the fort as well. Very, very fun. Highly recommend, everybody. Highly recommend. Now we just kind of chill out, wait for some more people to try to attack us. You have different stages up there. Now we got to take out the wall here at the next stage. I forget where the wall is. I think it's on that side. There we go. Yeah, it's up on the front side. We're going to move forward. Oh, I'm going to bump Wolf. My bad. Sorry, Wolf. And then we just shoot the side of the wall. He's going to get it with the rockets. Yeah, there we go. New guys coming in over here on the right. You also hit their sails, which will cause them to get totally screwed over because then they can't move. And then that's when you send in your buddies with the fire. I'm gonna ram them like this. I'm gonna brace, ram them, and then try to hit that red spot. Yeah, I kind of missed it. This guy. There we go. I can crew board him, but it's not worth my time. And then back to this guy. Now you can't shoot him if the other guys are in the way. You can't shoot through your the sails of your friends. We just blow them up like that. And then every now and again, I'll just heal my character because you can see it was hit, and I just heal them. I have so many of these repair kits, everybody. And the repair kit I'm using is one of those ones that will repair a ton. An absolute ton of it. And so, yeah, now we're out here. And we'll see if someone else shows up. Alright, more loot. Alright, here they come. See, if I try to shoot through the thing, I'll hit his instead. These are little explosive boats. Watch out for these suckers. They'll, or no, these are just the small boats. But some of the boats are like explosive boats. For sure. Now, by the way, since even though I was way over here, I could still loot it because we had wiped it out. Look at it sinking to the bottom. Sinking to the bottom. I just kind of sit here by the fort. Now, all of the fort stuff is wiped out. So now we got to just wait for it to finish. Just wait for it to finish. A couple more coming in. Sometimes it's hard to hit them with the rockets. It's hard to judge. There we go. That's the one that explodes. Usually it has like at least one of those that come in at you. There's also a big event going on with La Peste. And there we go. We got it done. So we got the actual quest where we got the 300...
Keep this up and we'll be drowning in silver by morning!
We got the 300 sugarcane, plus we got all this other bonus loot as well.
Sit on your sword, chuck the captain overboard!
And there we go. Now, we're still aggro with this particular location. So what you want to do is you want to move the heck out of here so that it drops aggro. You'll see it's kind of flashing up there underneath my number there. Now, again, when he blows that up, sometimes there's loot in the water. You can grab it. But you can see now we're neutral. And this is some other guy. I don't know who this is. But he's fighting those guys. I'm not about it unless it's going to give me some free loot. Gonna give me some free loot, then I'm all about it. Yeah, see, I didn't hit the mob, so I don't get the loot, so I'm out of here. Back we go. Now we gotta find our way back to St. Anne here. Which is this way. This way we can offload all this loot. And again, this big ship has the advantage of, see, I can go right into the wind. But if you're on a ship like that, or if you're on the other ship, you'll see he'll start to slow down, and I will start to pass him up if you're going directly into the wind. But then the second he catches the wind, he's going to leave me in the dust, everybody. Also, you can use your water to boost your speed. You see somebody shooting at us? Look out. Now, you can shoot at your friends, because I'm not in PvP.
Some guy with a crown, he must be a boss.
You can shoot at your friends without actually damaging their ship, everybody. Oh, enjoy. Ah, see, we're paying attention. Ran aground. See ya. I do it all the time, everybody. That's what makes it funny. He wasn't paying attention. He was probably trying to shoot me back. I distracted him long enough for me to get through there and take the lead. But it won't matter because his ship is faster than mine, so he might pass me up on the way over there, but we'll see. Again, you get up on the crow's nest. I just think this whole entire mechanic is awesome. You can be down on the ship, and you're fighting, you're battling, you're doing all of that. You hold the right mouse button down so you can fire. And then you can just be up here where you can see what's going on with all the other ships, and what's going on with the different things. It's very, very useful, I find. All right, we're back to town. And now we can go in, and we can... I feel like the thing to do is not to use all the interactions. Like, you know, when you land in an area, there's a cache there, and you can click on the cache and open the cache and put your stuff in there. It's a complete waste of time. You hold down Z, and it pulls up this menu. This menu is way faster. And so now I can just grab all this stuff, this random loot that I got, including the sugarcane. And so when I'm ready to do my sugarcane again, I'm going to have 300 more I can convert. So again, going in and doing the plundering is incredibly useful. It's so useful. For sure, for sure. There we go. Feels nice playing this game again. Yes, actually, I've been playing a little bit offline as well, just trying to learn how to make tons and tons of cash so I can fund my various factories.
Heard you plundered a company fort.
You rain glorious hellfire upon them, Captain.
I know. I'm awesome. It's okay. I gotta wave my fan club, everybody. Wave my fan club. Oh, did I repair my ship? Always want to check and make sure you repair your ship. It doesn't cost that much silver. And you don't have to use one of the kits. I feel like the kits cost more than doing the thing. Now, you also have the job board and the bounty board. I've done a little bit of that. The job board stuff over here is pretty low level. And it's kind of, it is repeatable. But you can get lists right here. Smuggle wine and tobacco to the corrupt campaign officer in exchange for custom passes. And you can get 1,540 silver. I don't know. I guess if you just happen to be going by there, you can do it. I find that I could, that if you get some of these quests, especially the bounties, and if you get certain helm quests, that it locks you into them and you can't fast travel. So be careful when you're getting a quest that if it says, hey, this is going to lock you into fast travel, be aware of that when you're hitting it. I do need to kill some more LePay new smuggler things. We should be getting it in how long? I think that's the other thing that we're timing, right? Is the fact that we're going to get that in another... Well, I don't think we timed it. Oh, that's 1:30 a.m. So what we're doing is we're timing all of our distillery stuff and our stuff. I feel like the first time you do this is fine, but then it should let you skip that. Yeah, 14 minutes left on this one. Yep, I got that timer going. And I can't do another one for right now. Oh, we have a little network problem. There's a little network thing in that upper right-hand corner. So we can't do that right now. And then let's go check our East Indies. I forget how long that was set for. See, I cost me more silver because I'm forgetful than anything else. I should write all this down. But we'll go in here and see how we're doing. Check our laboratory.
Good work.
Now, these are two separate things. You can't do them in the same spot. You have to do the laboratory here. You have to do it over there. 32 minutes there. All right, so that's got 32 minutes. And then we can sell that and see how much that's worth. We already have 97 on us right now, but we're just going to let that run. Now, my goal is to get enough loot to set up my factories going for a couple days. And then I don't have to worry about it. That's what I like to do, set it and forget it, everybody. One of my themes. Now, again, we can see our liaisons here has not reset. Again, we can go kill a bunch of rogues for that. But I kind of feel like it'd be better if we went and did other forts that they need as well. Do you have any forts that you need to get? None of the ones you have?
Nothing much at the moment. I only really need a couple. I think I've got 4 left on the Red Isle bit, but I'm not massively fussed.
No, I meant like, you know, out of your quests. You know, your,
Oh no! All four of mine were full Aramel, so that's all done until it resets.
Whoa! All 4 of them were? Well, that was
Yeah, that's
why.
why. Yeah, because I come out overburdened and it took me ages to get back. I didn't realise.
Man, I never get doubles in the same spot. That's lucky, man. That was super lucky. Hydrate. I'm on it. Thanks for the reminder to hydrate. All right. So we got those all running. We still waiting on our supply network. Well, what do you feel like doing? You want to go do the little monster guy up to the north?
Yeah, sounds good. We can do that. It's nice and easy.
All right, I'm gonna go to Lantra and get the quest. See, I'm starting to remember where the quests
the
are
other
now.
one as well, the big guy down south.
You want to get him too? All right, let's do it.
I think that one you get from St. Anne, the Jaws of Retribution.
Yes?
Yeah. All right, I think it's called From the Deep. I got these all written down because I'm old and I can't remember exactly what the quests are called. You don't need to tell me, by the way, in the chat or even my team. That's why I write them down so you guys don't have to tell me. And plus, part of the fun is me trying to remember. And if I don't look it up, I'm never going to remember. Let's see. Yes, From the Deep is the small one. Okay, From the Deep is the small one.
Blessings of Razan be upon you.
And I see free stuff, so I'm going to grab it. Really the number one thing I like to grab now is the water. Now, here's a little trick I learned as well. Is if I run up here somewhere and try to find this water. I don't know if there's water this one. Oh, we can go down the rope. This was pretty fun. I forgot at this particular location, go down the rope. Like this. I look for wherever the water is. So if there's a water barrel, I think it's right here. Yeah. If there's a water barrel, I just keep grabbing the water because what that does is gives me a free boost to my speed of my ship. So if I need that extra boost to speed, or if I just feel like doing it, I build that up big time simply by just running in there. So I grab that one, and if there's some other stuff, I'll grab that if it just happens to be on the way. But you don't have to run all the way back to your ship. You can just teleport from right here. So I go back to St. Anne from here. And again, you always want to have, you know, extra silver just for traveling around. I go back to St. Anne, and I can get some stuff off the job board here. And it is called, I think it's called Fangs, right? Jaws of Retribution. Jaws of Retribution right here, which is the bigger creature. There we go. We'll get that one as well. It'd be nice if you could just share the quests. I mean, that would be better. You know, if someone already has it, they can just share it. Okay, then we go in our journal, and we can say From the Deep, and we can track that one, and we can see that it's way up here. So I like to put my little thing down so I can remember where the heck it is. All right, Wolf, we're going to go do From the Deep up north. It's going to be about 10-second delayed on the stream, so I'll give him extra time to make his way over here. Because that's why we're on the Discord, because there's no 10 to 20-second delay like there is on Twitch. By the way, YouTube has a lot less delay, by the way. It has like a 0.02 seconds or something like that. 1 or 2 seconds delay versus Twitch, which has a much bigger delay.
Much like us pirates, Admiral Rama battles.
All right, plenty of everything. We're gonna check our cargo. We got our food. Oh, this is our Venabimeka. This is actually the best stuff to use right there. We'll put all this away. I don't like to keep anything extra on my ship because I like to keep the weight of the ship down as much as I can. Now, I have like 3,000 cannonballs on there, which is way more than I need. But this way, I don't have to keep transferring it every time I run out. So I just decided to just put all of it in there. I just take the hit on the extra weight. And then when I run out of those, I know I'm out. But I very rarely run out because I run around and get free stuff all the time. So you see I landed here. I'll just look around and say, hey, is there some free cannonball? There's free wood right there. Free bog iron. I mean, if you just spend time running around, you get a lot of free stuff, especially in the early game. You can also buy this stuff from the vendor if you have a lot of silver, but I'm saving my silver for traveling and whatnot. See, this is the cache thing. So you can open this cache thing like this, or you just hold down Z, which is like 1,000 times faster, and it just takes you to this anyway. So it's much faster to do it by holding down Z than to use that cargo thing. All right, we're out of here. Check for repair. Set sail. Let's go do it. Time to hunt some monsters. Exactly. Let's go.
Did you see the monsters? They seemed almost human.
There's a bunch of star charts there, and one of these days I'm going to turn those in. Probably not today, but one of these days.
Captain, what do you know of the late King Wenye? His sister Halis seized his throne and drove him out to consolidate power against their enemies.
All right, going full speed. Now, if you have this quest and you go in this area, it's gonna all of a sudden this monster's gonna show up, the sea monster. You want to try to wipe him out. Is this one piece? What do you mean? One piece of what? One piece of 8? All right, there we go. So this is Slay Carbu, which means that they already activated him. He's out there somewhere. There he is. Usually he's going to go toward that little ship over there. I'm just going to take a pot shot. Let's see if we hit him. No, he did. I shot a little early. Keep your stamina always up. Now he's going to go destroy that ship. And then he's going to pop up somewhere else. Uh-oh, pirate ship.
Your time is running out!
They're gonna whip like a gun!
Oh, big monster. Not the toughest time trying to hit this monster because he's low in the water. Probably better if I had the mortar. Get my free loot there. But he likes rotisserie G right now. There we go. By the time I get my rockets there, he's already gone under the water. Try to get him. Come on, big boy. Oh, he's after Wolf. There we go. We got him. Now, those are specific monster toots. And those monster toots you use to buy stuff at the local area. There's these other currencies that you use to get that going. We got that going, and now we're going to head on back. Right down now. Hey, we did it. Big love, big love. I love the fireworks. The fireworks are really cool. So that's it. We made that look easy, everybody. We made it look easy. Heading back. I gotta take out some La Peste peeps, too. So we had those pirate guys. There was like a pirate ship. Sometimes they're out wherever you're questing. And they'll be all up in your business. While I'm sailing here, let's go ahead and see how my smuggler pass is doing. How many of these? I got 3. I need 1 more. And then I can unlock the whole rest of the season. And I don't have to worry about not having enough for the season. Which is awesome. I see any Lopez peeps. I'm really tempted on blasting that guy right there and getting his loot. He's low health. I wonder if that's a Lopez guy right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody marked it the second I was going to click it. That was Rotisserie J. I'm trying to anticipate where he's going to be. Hopefully I'm close enough to get credit. There we go, I hit him. All right. Let's see if I got credit. Oh, there's an old treasure map. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the treasure map stuff. All right, there we go. We got Plague Bear's captain's head.
Turn it in or La Peste Plague.
That, I aimed it right in the center and I missed it. See, I'm bracing against the cannons.
Give me that! Our sails won't get wind anymore!
Trying to hit that red spot. There we go, we got a little bit. Can't see squat because of the...
You weaklings could never hope to challenge La Peste!
Dead! That's been all this day!
Are you afraid to die?
That'll show those bastards who they're dealing with!
What are our orders?
Bastard pirate! You'll regret this day!
And there we go. Oh, trying to hit that red spot.
They are in the way! Get me dead! Our sails are broken! Order!
Back! La Peste will have your head!
All right, now we're getting it going up. Are you shooting at me? Apparently we aggroed this guy too.
Do you really have any hope of winning?
Nope. And there we go, another timer done. That was a little pest fun. I really want to do some more because I need another head here, so I think I'm gonna hang out here and see if anything else shows up. Oh, I see some loot back there. Now it goes away after time if you leave the loot out here, as well as your aggro will go away as well. I'm gonna go over here and see what loot this is. Oh yeah, there's one way out there. Oh, that's a player there. A little bit of bread. No more La Peste. Oh. There we we go. Got it done. Now, only one person has to turn it in, and then everybody gets credit in the group. No more Lopez, sadly. Get that loot. Star charts. Cleaning up the ocean a little bit. There we go. And we're in. All right. And then manage cargo. Now I'm actually going to leave this on me for a minute. We can actually just open these, get all the silver. And then we're going to mark all of these and put all this away. So we'll have that for next time in there. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to take on some of these guys. I have so many of these star charts, everybody. See how many of these suckers I have. Yeah, I got a bunch of these. You can turn these in. I'll get around to it. I'll get around to it. Tag them all, put them in there. There we go. Because I want them to keep attacking me. Because I want to get one more. Now, one of the things I learned about these treasure maps, and it's so duh, once I had a moment to do it, it'll tell you kind of where it's at, right? So it's on the coast of Africa, west of Poacher's Cache, right? And then it has this photo, right? And I'll move over the side. So it has this photo. So coast of Africa, west of Poacher's Cache. So we'll go look for where Poacher's Cache is. I actually don't remember. But it's over here somewhere. East Africa, Poacher's Cache. Oh, boy. Don't tell me. Or the fun of me figuring it out. It's one of these towns in here somewhere. But the thing to do is to just look at the little picture up there. If you're wondering where you need to go for that thing, you just roll over it, and if the picture matches the treasure map, then that's where you need to go. Which I think is pretty funny. Because it took me a long time to figure that out. And I was doing it off stream, and I was like, okay, I'm going to figure out how to do these maps. How do I do these maps? How do I do these maps? And it just took me forever to suddenly realize that that's what you want. So you just run around and look at these different outposts. Now, another trick is to go to the helm map, because it gets rid of all the other stuff, and you can just see where the locations are. So it's going to be one of these locations here that has that, and it's kind of had this like wood stuff down the bottom left. It's not going to be the main city, by the way. And it says it's to the west of Poacher's Cache, which I can't remember where that is. But you just keep looking like this. You keep looking at each of these until you find it. Like this. Maybe I should have chosen easier one. Coast of Africa. Oh, it's actually on the left over here. My bad. My bad. And it's to the west. There it is. Right there. So that's the one that goes to this treasure map. So if I go there, where it'll cost me like 700 to go there, sometimes it will tell you there's a treasure here, and sometimes it won't. In this case, it does. See, there's a treasure at this outpost. And I'm going to hold to track it. But it doesn't really tell you where the treasure is. It says it's by a palm tree that has an X in it, because we can see it over there on the little mini version, or I can make it bigger. See, there's a palm tree with an X at the bottom, but it's really not an X. It's actually got this kind of hourglass symbol on the side. So we need a palm tree with an hourglass on the side. Now, if you do this enough, I would imagine that you know where all these things are by heart. Me, I got to run around and just hope that it starts glowing. So I just look for a tree that has a little hourglass on it. It's usually in these little cubby holes. Sometimes it's in a transition between one area to another area. Oh, there it is right there. See, I saw the thing before I saw the tree. But there's the tree there. And then we can just dig up the treasure. Like so. So easy, man. Once you know the mechanics, it's like, oh, man, that's so easy. Right there. So the second we get that going, we all good. There we go. All right, you see, I just got 3,700 silver, everybody. I got a lot of silver, so it cost me 700 to teleport over here. But I just made 3,000 silver, just that easy. And then we'll do the next thing with the next map. We'll go ahead and look at it. Read the treasure map. Southwest of St. Anne, And it looks like this. It's got this arch on it, right? So I just ignore the rest of it and go southwest of St. Anne. So here's St. Anne, south, and west is going to be this way. And there it is right there, Veronica Falls. I mean, the second you figure that out, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I was driving around all over the place looking for that. Looking for that the whole entire time, and it's literally that easy. All right, this one's got another one with an hourglass, but it's kind of a rock with an hourglass on it. Now, I don't know. I just go where my instincts tell me to go, so I'm going to go left here, and if I see any free stuff, I'm full on picking that up. So I'm going to go left here. Again, I have no idea where it is. I have no idea. I'm just going to run and see if it glows or if I see that rock with the thing. Now, I'm the type of person who loves cartography, everybody, because I'm a gamer and a cartographer, which I actually have my shirt on, which is perfect timing. So I would normally mark where all this stuff is, right? Every time I find something, and like also start to take the picture and then write down exactly what the name of it is, so I can have my own reference. So when I get a map, I can say, okay, the last time I found it was this one, and this is what the city name was. And so I could just start adding the city names to all of the treasure maps. So I could basically make a collection of every single treasure map and what every single treasure map is, where it's at. Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, but that didn't look like it's it, because it didn't highlight. So basically make a catalog of it, so I don't have to look on the map anymore and read the thing. I can just say, okay, what does it look like? Oh, it looks like this. Okay, that's this one. Because there's only so many cities in the game that you can go to. All the other ones are like locations that you roll up to, and you can't actually go and run around at those locations. I'm just running around randomly here. If it doesn't highlight, you know it's not the right one. Nope. Oh, look at this cool shot. The waterfall. Neato. You can't jump off of stuff, and you can't actually even jump in this game. If you hit spacebar, it does nothing. Alright, we'll keep running around, checking it out. Let me catch up on chat. One piece of pirate anime. Yeah, there you go. The East Indies on the other side of the map. Watch that backseat gaming, but I appreciate it. Over there, I eventually found it. It's okay. It's okay, let me figure it out. That's the whole fun of me playing it. But I do appreciate you having my back in the chat. Alright. Don't quite see where this one is. It's here somewhere. I feel like I'm going in circles now. Going in circles. Oh, while I'm up here. Poof. Do somebody a solid there and poof that thing so it gives him a stamina boost for the next 20 minutes. I feel like the most useful one to boost is the one where you go get the supplies. Oh, speaking of supplies, I gotta go back and get my supplies. Alright, I gotta find this one. Now, if you can't find it on that side, then I'm just gonna run over on this side and see if I just run into it. It'll be super obvious, because it'll just like, there it is. It'll make a big orange thing like that. And so you can see this one looks different than the other one. The other one's like a small one, and this one's a much bigger rock. And there we go. Just like easy money, everybody. Easy money. I suggest you do these because they build up a lot of them. I was just throwing them away at the beginning of the game because I had so many and I kept running out of inventory space. And then once I discovered this off stream, I was like, oh, man, that's how you do those. So easy. And there we go. Get a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and check this last one. Read the treasure map. This one here. Command Royal says, storm near the open seas of the three brothers. Tore the ship in two for that remaining alive. So it's in the open seas. I usually find it's the lower ones in the open seas. You can see it's got a kind of a little thing here with a kind of a big mountain. So we'll go ahead and track that with F. And so we'll go open seas. Now, open seas is actually a part of the actual map. You can see it says open seas right here. So that's this middle part here. And so we're kind of looking for one that has a little bit of an opening there. And I usually find it's these ones here at the bottom. That's too much of an opening. That's too much. And so I kind of look along that edge and see if I can find anything That's pretty obvious. Sometimes it's up north. I think it's this one. Let's compare it. Let's compare it. Got a little flag there and a little thing here. Let's try it again. I find the open seas ones are probably the toughest one. No. Yes, this one. Because you can see the little flag up there on the thing. So we'll call it this one. Treasures at this outpost. All right, what are we looking for? We're looking for... looks like a cross with a little hat. And again, I would also like map each and every area and exactly where all of the little points are. If I was getting crazy in this particular playthrough, everybody. And we already did a whole lot of stuff. You want to know how hardcore I am, everybody? Check this spreadsheet out. Yeah, this is Skull and Bones. This is all of the vendors that I went to, and I wrote down all the stuff that the vendors had. That's how hardcore I play games, everybody. Didn't look it up online. I did it in-game. In-game. I just went to every vendor and wrote it down. For some of you who've been watching since the beginning, you know I was in there writing all that stuff down. Of course, I could have been doing my main quest and working on my pieces of 8. That would have been probably smarter, but I had a great time doing it. That's what's important, everybody, is that you're having fun playing the game that you, the way you like to play it, right? If people come in and say, Kismet, oh, you should do this, you should do that, I say, no, I don't have to do nothing. I play the way I like to play. And there we go. So we just happen to run across it. There it is. I just run around until I see the orange thing, usually. And then we basically just made 9 grand, everybody. 9 grand in a few seconds there. Or a few minutes. All right, well, a little bit less. So I got about 3,000 on that one. But we're also getting a bunch of other loot as well, by the way, that you can sell and buy and use for crafting and all that. Okay, back to St. Anne. Because right now we're kind of waiting for the reset on our quest as well. We could go plunder some other locations if we just want to get resources and stuff. I kind of feel like at this stage, what you really want to do is focus on, because the season's winding down. So you want to focus on using your factories as much as you can. For sure. I just don't like this pan. I wish you could skip this pan. All right, so we got some white skull gin. So let's get all of that, put that on us. And then we can go in and we can make gold skill gin or we make gold skill rum. Now, we already made all the gold skill rum. That's already gone. But we can make the gold skill gin. We can make 253 of that. We're going to go ahead and tell it to do its thing. And that's going to be another 42 minutes. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 42 minutes.
42 minutes start.
Now, you can do this all day, every day. And this is how people are really high up in the leaderboard, everybody. Because they're just working their factories, they're working all this stuff, and they have all of the locations as well. So they're really bringing in a bunch of all of this. Me, I don't have that much time. I have a little bit of time to play at nighttime. And then also we're going to play some Fallout 4 later on, next gen. But every now and again, you want to check your supply network to see if it's reset. Usually resets at the top of the hour, by the way. Oh, it has reset. Oh, it reset at 12 and not at 1. All right, so yeah, we got a reset there. So now I can go ahead and do that, and then also we have reset of our fort. So hopefully I get the same fort like he did. He got a whole bunch of the same forts. He's lucky. I'm just going to go ahead and take all the forts, and then we will choose which ones we want to do, which ones we don't want to do. And then I'll do these supply deals here in a second as well. We want to make sure that we get all of our stuff going before I get distracted with that. Let's see how we're doing over here. All right, this has got another 3 minutes. All right, we'll just take what we got for right now.